Good, happy Sunday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this edition of Politics with Riley King. Let's begin. First up, former governor candidate Mark Connolly dies at the age of 63. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
At Beltates, customers will find everything they need for a building project. The brand names you trust to perform. And with a fleet of over 50 delivery vehicles, we deliver when and where our customers need them. Beltates Building Products. 9 locations throughout New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
Tonight, the New Hampshire Democratic Party says it's shocked and saddened over the sudden passing of a former gubernatorial candidate. Mark Connolly of Newcastle ran for governor in 2016. He had a long career in the private sector and was a former New Hampshire Deputy Secretary of State. Democratic Party Chair Ray Buckley says he was compassionate and gave his all to make New Hampshire better. Connolly was 63 years old.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, friends, and coworkers. In New Hampshire, visit Warren takes aim at Trump. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
At Beltates, customers will find everything they need for a building project. The brand names you trust to perform. And with a fleet of over 50 delivery vehicles, we deliver when and where our customers need them. Beltates Building Products. 9 locations throughout New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
I am grateful to you for the time and the energy you put into this.
Coming off Friday's conversation on student debt, Saturday, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren is in New Hampshire's Upper Valley, laying out her values at a Lebanon house party.
Today, a full-time minimum wage job will not keep a mama and a baby out of poverty, and that is wrong, and that is why I'm in this fight.
The 2020 presidential contender took aim at the Trump administration's decision to cut aid to Central American countries.
If we want to stop the problem at the border, then stop it where it starts, in Central America. We should not be cutting aid, we should be expanding our aid.
Warren also met with voters in Hanover. She's striking a familiar theme at these visits, speaking about pushing back against the influence of money in Washington, combating climate change, and investing in child care and education. Recently, she's been rolling out policy proposals along with plans to create a wealth tax and corporations tax.
Very passionate, had a lot of specific solutions to the many problems.
Warren says winning the White House isn't enough. She says she'll have a plan ready to implement on day one.
We attack the corruption, we make some of the economic changes we can make fast, and then we double down on protecting our democracy.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Booker, unfazed by polls, says he'll continue to campaign the New Hampshire way. In an interview with New Jersey Senator, talks about campaign Biden reputation bill. New Jersey Senator Cory Booker is unfazed by early polling in New Hampshire, showing him in low single digits among likely Democrat voters as he prepares for his official home city campaign kickoff rally. Yesterday, it happened. Booker, speaking to WMUR by telephone from his home state Friday evening, said he's excited by the large crowds he's attracting in the Granite State and by this week's endorsement by a freshman state senate, John Morgan, of Breckenwood, the first New Hampshire lawmaker to make an endorsement in his first in the nation primary. Warren says she'll soon release plan to tackle student debt. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Adam Sexton.
At Beltates, customers will find everything they need for a building project. The brand names you trust to perform. And with a fleet of over 50 delivery vehicles, we deliver when and where our customers need them. Beltates Building Products. 9 locations throughout New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
Perhaps more than any other candidate running for president, Elizabeth Warren is at home on a college campus. Before she was Senator Warren, she was Professor Warren.
I love being on college campuses because these folks are the future. And my campaign is all about what kind of future are we going to build.
The 2020 contender made a stop at the University of New Hampshire Friday, connecting with students who could provide decisive votes in the first-in-the-nation primary. UNH is an epicenter of the student debt crisis. Forbes says as of 2018, students here carried the highest average debt load in the country, with more than $36,000 each.
It's a burden, is what it is at the end of the day. It's stressful for everyone who is affected by it.
Warren told students Congress is already working to simplify the federal student aid application process, and she tells News 9 a comprehensive plan for tackling student debt is on its way.
I'm going to have a big policy rollout on this very soon, so stay tuned on the details, but you know where my values lie in this. This is all about how we build a future, and we don't build a future by crushing the hopes and dreams and plans and opportunities for young people.
Warren, who spent the evening campaigning in Portsmouth, is trying to lap the field with those big policy rollouts. Her latest is a proposed 7% tax on corporate profits above $100 million a year, which would raise an estimated $1 trillion over the next 10 years.
What can we do with that money? Think about what it would mean to reduce the student loan debt burden. Think about what it would mean to make the investments in universal child care and universal pre-K.
In Durham and Portsmouth, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Gillibrand hires Guggenheim as New Hampshire Communication Director, promotes McLeod to State Director. There were several developments in Senator Kirsten Gillibrand's New Hampshire presidential campaign Friday, including the hiring of Sarah Guggenheim as State Communication Director. In that addition to the move by former New Hampshire Democratic Party Communication Director Guggenheim, the Gillibrand campaign has also promoted Shannon McLeod from New Hampshire Political Director to State Director. And John Delaney, who is also running for president. He is in New Hampshire today. He has some events today. Bedford Pancake Breakfast, 47 Nashua Road, Bedford, New Hampshire, at 11 o'clock a.m. Also, Nashua Young Democrats meet and greet at 97 Main Street, Nashua, New Hampshire, at 2 o'clock p.m. today. And also, Laconia Meet and Greet, 1487 Old North Main Street, Laconia, New Hampshire, at 6 p.m. today. New concerns Trump admin laying legal groundwork for armed conflict with Iraq. Congress is making clear Trump does not have the authority for military action. When Secretary of State Mike Pompeo announced the Trump administration would designate a branch of Iraq's military as a foreign terrorist organization Monday, he said the Trump administration is simply reorganizing a basic reality. And that is it for this edition of Politics with Riley King. I hope you all enjoyed this edition of Politics with Riley King. I'll see you back here next Sunday for another edition of Politics with Riley King. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday and have a great week ahead of you, everyone. And goodbye. This does it for this edition of Politics with Riley King. Goodbye, everyone.